I have long maintained that open source is not simply a vendor you don't have to pay. Because in practice, even though the source code itself is freely available, you do have to contribute back in some way in order to ensure the long-term sustainability of these projects. Could you tell us a little bit more about how Tesco gives back to the open source community?
So yeah, so I think Tesco as an organization has supported open source in a number of different ways. And I'll probably talk a little bit more about from a data perspective, since that's the area that I work within. So, we've done some things that are very obvious and clear. So like we've sponsored PyData London for a number of years. We've spoke at these conferences. We have a number of members of our teams who regularly attend the meetups, as well as obviously the odd pull request here and there, or kind of making sure that any kind of bugs or issues that we find are reported back to the community, and kind of helping shape the direction of travel for the various products that we're involved in. So yeah, and I think that is something that it is very nice in the open source, is that you do feel like you can have a voice, I think, opposed to some of the software that you just kind of will buy from a company. Is that within the open source community, if you want to, you can get involved, you can help shape it, you can move it in the direction that you want to. So I think that's something that's obviously it's so powerful.
Was it the case that Tesco was bought into open source scientific computing tools for its data science and machine learning stack from the very start? Or was there a journey in convincing folks within Tesco to embrace these tools?
Yeah, so I think Tesco, like a lot of other kind of big corporations, have historically really relied on kind of partnerships with big software providers where we pay for the infrastructure and the data infrastructure. I think recently we've seen a really big shift in the approach of how we approach building products. And Tesco technology is really moving towards a kind of open source first approach. And I think especially in the data world. So I've been fortunate enough that at my time at Tesco, I've been able to see the growth of our data platform. And it's really matured, and it's entirely built on top of open source technologies. And it's allowed us to build great data science products for the organization, while also kind of reducing the costs that would be typically associated with using kind of paid for solutions from external companies.